I've had this Grizzly single stage dust collector for quite a few years now, and it has been flawless. It is model number G0548ZP, if you're interested, and this thing has been top notch. But today, we're going to convert it to a two stage. Let's do it. Okay, now that the dust collector is all torn apart, we can start creating the two-stage unit. And what I'm going to be using is the well-known and supposedly very well-trusted Oneida Super Dust Deputy. This is the Dust Deputy 4 to 5. I forgot what they call it. It's like the deluxe kit, so to speak. You get the trash can basically with it, or the dust can, and you get your adapter and some gasket material. So let's go ahead and start getting this put together. All right, so this was my first hurdle that I came across. Basically, the way Grizzly made this, instead of using round tubing, they used rectangular tubing. And when you take the two pieces that you have to bolt together, it's a rectangle and it's offset from each other, so the bolt pattern doesn't line up, basically. So what I ended up having to do was cut a couple of pieces of plywood like this, and then pairing that with some silicone and some metal tapping screws, that's how I got these two to made up. And as you can see here, I'm using these metal tapping screws, and this one was giving me a little bit of a problem. I had to get up on the table and get a little bit more oomph behind it, but eventually I got it to go. Next up was just making a giant block of wood that I could screw to the wall that I could use as a mounting plate for the unit itself. Pretty standard stuff here, just mounting this plate to the wall using some good quality construction screws, making sure I hit the studs. And I'm not sure what the weight of this thing is, but this motor is heavy, and I would recommend getting somebody to help you and assist you lifting this into place, especially if you are lifting it up over your head like I was here. All right, now that I got it bolted to the wall and it's all secured, it was time to get some silicone out and start mating these two pieces together, the motor and the filter here. And like I said, it was pretty easy just being able to cut a couple pieces of plywood and screwing those to the housing units themselves. And now here we're just screwing the plywood together. And with all that finished up, it was time to turn our attention to the actual Dust Deputy itself. And everything was pretty straightforward here. It's the whole pattern bolted up nicely. The fit and finish of this was very, very well done. So, and obviously this is a very well-known product, and I'm pretty sure that they have refined it over and over again. So no concerns there. And now it's time to start running all of the ductwork. And I use 4-inch PVC drain pipe. It's not actual PVC pipe. The PVC pipe that you can buy at the big box stores is a little bit thicker. If you want something a little bit lighter and a little bit easier to handle, use PVC drain piping. And by the way, I will be leaving links to all of the products that I used in the description below, and they are Amazon affiliate links, so should you choose to use those to purchase anything, I do appreciate it. It definitely helps. Thank you. All right, we're doing some final touches here, just running some flex hose to each individual tool, and then I'm ready to fire this thing up and see how it works. Okay, as you can see, I've got my dust collection installed, converted over to a 2-stage unit, and let me tell you, this thing is pretty sweet. I'm liking it so far. Haven't been able to obviously run it too much, but you did just see me do a couple of cuts, and I would say the amount of dust collection or suction that it has is probably pretty comparable to when it was just a single-stage unit. The beauty of it, though, is if all goes well and everything works right, I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to have to clean this filter as much or at all, basically. That's going to be the beauty of it. So as time would go on, just like a regular shop vac without a bag or anything like that, the filter gets, collects a ton of dust and just gets built up, and then you start losing your suction power. So the point of this is to really, there's 3 reasons why I wanted to do this. Number 1, efficiency. Wanted to be able to have better dust collection for the most part. But number 2 was space. The footprint that this takes up compared to the single stage unit when it was a standalone unit on its base with wheels, it took up this entire footprint from here over to the wall. And that's not that much, but my real estate here in this 2-stall garage is it's kind of small. So I'm trying to get creative here, and I think this actually helped. And the third thing, I really wanted to get my ductwork all the way up to the ceiling. That way it's just not on the floor and I'm not tripping over it, or it's just not in the way. And essentially that's what I got going on here. So when it was that single stage unit, all the ductwork had to come from the bottom and then go out or up or whatever, basically. And it worked, but I really wanted to get this as high as I could. That's why I actually put this on a little platform here too. I just built a box with some leftover plywood that I had to get this up. That way I could start running this ductwork up to the ceiling as soon as possible, basically. And I don't know if, I know I've read online, sometimes it's better to have a straight run for, 5 to 6 feet first. Honestly, I don't, like I said before, I don't notice any difference in suction from when it was a cleaned filter on the single stage unit versus now. At least time will tell. I don't know for sure, but for now, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. So just let me give you a little walk around quick. I'll show you all the ductwork and the couplings and stuff I used, and I'll just kind of talk you through it. Okay, so let's start at the main dust collector itself. And as you can see here, I have a 6-inch flex tube that is going down to the actual dust deputy. And then out comes my 4-inch piping. And I gotta tell you, these rubber couplings, I guess, or whatever, they work amazing. They're awesome. It's much better than tape. I ended up running out of them, so I just ended up using Gorilla Tape. But I really like those things. Those are made by PowerTech. There's other brands, obviously, but I just bought those from PowerTech on Amazon. Here's another one. As you can see, so the reason why I didn't have a full pipe right there as well is, so I wanted a break right here in the middle because eventually I am actually going to run this up to the ceiling here. And then that will run all the way over there to my miter saw eventually. And my miter saw station that I'm going to be rebuilding is going to, the main reason for the dust collection going over there is not for the miter saw, it's actually for my router table, which is going to be built into my miter station. So anyway, let's keep going. So straight up to the ceiling, and then needed a 45 here and another 45 to make the turn. And then I connected to a Y in order to come down to the planer. And obviously we got a blast gate right there, and back up. Then that main line right there went down the ceiling this way. Another 45 right here. By the way, these little hangers as well for hanging to the ceiling are also PowerTech. I will leave links in the description below for all of the products that I used here. Those hangers are actually really good. I really like them a lot. So as you can see here, I used just Gorilla Tape. If you're doing this, Gorilla Tape really does work very well for this. I do like those rubber coupling things, but I end up running out. So I just used Gorilla Tape to finish it up here, and it worked great too. Works fine. So anyway, as we go down, this is kind of the main stack here where I've got all three of, I've got a three-way junction here. And this one goes to the table saw. This one right here is the floor sweep. And then that one right there is my jointer. So, and then it's just flex hose going to the table saw. And then as you can see, flex hose going over there to the joiner. And that is it. And the floor sweep is down here, as you saw. I'm not sure if I'm going to like the floor sweep. We'll see. I've never had one before. Turn you around here. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to like the floor sweep. We'll see. Never had one before, and it seems to be mixed results or mixed feelings all over the internet. Some people like them, some people don't really care for them. So there is one thing that I might do. I kind of wanted to actually have a vacuum hose, so some sort of attachment where I could just hang a hose and then have a vacuum attachment onto it, and that way I could just vacuum the floor versus sweeping. I'll probably actually end up going that route. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to use the floor sweep for now. But anyway, guys, this is the new dust collection system. If you're still here, I appreciate you watching. And until next time, we'll see you later. Thanks, guys. See ya.